Hi everyone, this is Vimesy here from the Mature Gamer Podcast Bits and PCs. A few people have asked me to do a quick video on the combat side of Elite Dangerous, so I thought I'd have a crack at that. The last video you saw was basically me on a short trading mission which didn't go quite to plan, foiled by the likes of landing gear and the whole buy high, sell low premise. So this time I'm going to try my hand at combat. I'm actually finding combat in Elite quite difficult. I don't know why, but it just is. So this time I'm going to try some of these combat scenarios, which are kind of like tutorials, if you like. So we are going to try just one of these, which is kind of like I'm trying to go for like a 1 or 2 on 1 or something like that. I just want to get a little taste of the combat out there. And so you can see what it's like. Someone's asking about the complexity of the systems and stuff like this. Well, there's an awful lot of systems as far as kind of making sure you've got light, cargo, landing gear, all that kind of stuff. And then there are systems you can turn off and on, blah blah blah. But for the main point, you've basically got. There's my target there. As you can see on the bottom right, and there's a couple. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you've got some power systems there saying systems, engine and weapons, which is basically shields, engines and guns, and depending on what systems you want to, you need power to really want to attack. You might want to decide actually I'm going to take this one over here on its own. You might decide that actually what you really want to do is to put all power to guns, which is what I'm going to do now because I'm going to get the drop on this guy. So I want to make sure that I've got as much power going to my guns as I possibly can. So when I deploy, he's basically going to get as much of my weapons as possible. So deploy my guns, target reticle will come up, and we'll take the slag around. You can see the damage I'm doing on the gimbal laser. So target shield down. So I'm going to launch a missile. That should have been enough to take him out, to be honest. There we go. Oh, crikey, now I'm under attack. So, where are we going here? So I've got a gimbal laser, which is great because it basically means that it will kind of auto-aim for you, which takes a little bit of the flap off you. Now, where's my prey? It's second part there, so I'm just going to whack back here on the bottle. Ooh, might put a bit of power to shields on this one. There we go, you little mother. You're having it. So if you can't get yourself a gimbal laser, I would suggest it because it means that some of the... Oh, he's thrusting away. Somebody's starting their attack run. Oh, that sounds a bit Star Warsy. But it is bloody good fun. As you can see, it's a beautiful game. You get really good visual cues as to... Okay. What's happening to your ship. Let's go. Ooh, you reckon, do you? Of what's happening to not only his ship but your ship, and so you'll be able to tell, like, not just by the cues and the shield on the bottom left hand side, which shows you how much his shield's damaged or whatever, but you can also just see by the graphicals. There we go. Come on, let's get from that one. Whoa! You can also tell by the graphics, whether or not you've hit somebody or they've hit you. Your ship will take damage. You'll see cracks appear on your. Well, there you are. You'll see cracks appear on your windscreen. If your hull gets ruptured, it's a wonderful piece of animation where you see cracks in the screen, and then all of a sudden the. Let's get on you. You'll see cracks on the screen, and all of a sudden your HUD will appear as if it's on your visor rather than. Whoa, okay. Rather than being kind of on the screen as you see it now, it looks like it's in the ship. It will look like it's in the visor. Ooh, you can see it's bouncing off my shields there. Ooh. So it's the usual dogfighting tactics. You're trying to kind of keep the speed at an interesting level to give you enough manoeuvrability whilst at the same time being able to hunt down your prey. And believe me, as you're starting off with gimbal laser, it's definitely the way to go. Because bloody hard to keep track of some of these guys. Whoopsie daisy, there we go. So I wouldn't really, honestly, the odds in this game, this is not like an arcade shooter where you want to be picking. Come on, you should have gone for that. There we go. Right, where's the other one? Yeah, it's not like an arcade shooter. You know, something like Free Space, which I love dearly. It's very much a case of, you know, you go in and you take out squadrons of 5-6 ships. Unless you're a goddamn good pilot, forget about it in this game. It's too kind of realistic, and if you've got decent AI, they dumb it down a little bit for these guys. Because obviously this is a combat scenario, hence why I'm doing actually relatively well compared to my last one. There's a combat scenario towards the end when you're supposed to be relatively good, which I don't intend to last more than about 2 minutes. Oh, there we go. And so that's combat in Elite Dangerous. So I hope that's given you a little heads up on it. The complexity isn't that great. It's point and shoot. Take down the shields with some kind of laser weapon or something, and then pop in a missile to finish them off. You obviously get choices about hard points and what to load them up with, what kind of weapons you can carry, you can upgrade and whatever. You could choose a different ship, which is more fighter lenient, or, you know, the world's your oyster. Literally, the universe is your oyster. So give it a shot, see what you think. I'm still loving it, and hopefully I'll see you in space. Cheers.